as fans and as hip hop fans in particular to reflect together. And it's very cathartic. So we want to do it one more time, and I think it's going to be a great grand finale for that event.
Well, I will definitely be attending this one. I definitely hope it's not the last one. That's something that we're gonna have to work on too, And I was just thinking about when you were talking about the first one, how he went out there by himself, and then how 100 strangers could come together in that moment. It's just like it gives me chills just to think about it. It just shows.
Exactly.
It just shows, the power of it all. 100 strangers, people that I'm sure it was a rainbow of different kind of people. That's so amazing.
Exactly. You know what's amazing? I had never met Mike, and I didn't hear about his impromptu event when he was by himself until the day after it happened. It made somewhat like sort of national news. If you were searching about Adam Yauch, you were going to find that. And I was really disappointed that I didn't make it. Right. And what was really amazing is the Rod Carew story that I told when I went up to Brooklyn to find Mike D. And I found Mike D. and he signed the Rod Carew painting. I turned to my left, and Mike Kearney from Boston, who I had never met but I had heard about, was standing next to me. People, hip hop inspires a lot of people, and the hip hop community, as I've found, even though it's a big planet, the hip hop community is actually a very small community. It seems like just about every one of their members knows everyone else in that circle, and I'm still on the outside of that circle. But when you scratch the surface and you start to meet a couple people, and you realize they know the other people that I met,
right?
Well, that's happening, and like you said, the fact that the music brought all these strangers together. I mean, that's what happens at a concert. That's what happens at a show.
Right.
Is that you have this one common thread, which is a song that you love, or a lyric that you love, or a band that you love.
Right.
And it's a badge of honor when you're with people side by side, shoulder to shoulder, who love the same music you do and have the same feeling about that music you do. And the Beastie Boys, in this case, brought a lot of people together. Some of my best friends in the world are people I didn't know 5 years ago.
Right.
And because Adam Yauch passed away, we know each other now, and now we're really close friends. So that's something pretty special. When somebody dies, it doesn't always bring people together, but in this case, it did.
I think that is so cool. That is definitely one of the powerfulnesses of hip hop, is being able to bring people together. People that might not even normally think they have anything in common. You can have somebody way in Germany, someone way in the Bahamas, someone in Canada, someone in Florida, and they're all, rocking to the same beat and getting the same message. That's so cool to me. So we're going to wrap this up. We got one more question that I want to ask you. It's a big one.
Okay.
So what do you want the world to know, Andy?
I guess, I've been thinking about my art a lot. I've been trying to sort of pursue this connection with people. And eventually I want to have a show of all of my hip hop art. And it's funny because people say, well, are you going to sell it? And it never occurred to me to necessarily sell it. I really just want to have the show, and I want to have live music, and I want to have maybe a DJ, and I just want to stand there in the middle of all of this art. And so when you ask me, what do I want the world to know? Part of what I want people to know, and this is not a big answer. This is probably a pretty small personal answer. I want people to understand that art can bring people together in really special ways. And that's what I hope that'll happen with any art show that I have. And that's what I hope people understand about why I make the art that I make, is that I'm hoping to not only educate people on hip hop, which is part of it, but also to connect people the same way Mike connected people with MCA Day. I want my art to connect a genre that has done a lot for me, that has made me feel really special feelings. And so if I can get my students that I teach to make art that makes them feel the way my art makes me feel, then I've done something really special. And I'm hoping that, I guess my whole point is that art can connect people and give people an outlet for expression that they might not be able to verbalize or articulate with words.
Right.
And Edward Hopper, there's a painter who once said, if I could say it with words, there would be no reason to paint. And I have that in my classroom because I think I know what he means. Words sometimes aren't enough, and you sometimes need to paint. And each one of my paintings are paintings of someone else's photographs. So what makes mine unique? I hope what makes mine unique is the story that goes along with it, the going out and connecting with people and meeting people, going to shows, going to see live music, and then connecting with the artist who's performing. And if that all comes together, and then the artist sees that my intentions are pure and that all I'm trying to do is meet them and share their message and share their music, then something really special happens from that too. So really, connection and expression, those are things that I want people to know about. And I hope that whether you do it with a paintbrush or you do it with a microphone or you write poetry or you are a carpenter and you build something, being able to make something from nothing is what hip hop was, right? There's the whole Ice-T documentary, something from nothing. I think Lord Jamar was the one who actually said it in the movie. They created something from nothing. Well, I'm trying to create something from something. I'm saying, like, I noticed this, I love this, and now it made me make something too. Art from art. And it doesn't matter what the art is. Like I said, it could be a photograph or a painting or a cabinet, whatever it is that you make, or a poem. I think being creative is why we're here. And, it's amazing to me that some people need to be convinced of that. But that's part of my job too, is to constantly convince people how important art is. That's really probably my job description. In many ways. Even if I stop teaching tomorrow, that's still my job description, because I want to make sure that people know that art is this outlet for connection and meaning and expression. So that's my answer.
Okay, I think the answer was great. Us at Hip Hop Humanism and me personally, we think that you're really awesome. We appreciate the fact that you share your artwork with the world. We agree that art can definitely change the world to, as you said, make something from nothing. That takes a very creative mind. And, if you can do it in one instance, we believe you can definitely do it in another. We appreciate your craft. We appreciate you sharing it with us. We appreciate the man that you are and the things that you're trying to do in the world. And we definitely appreciate the fact that you would sit down with us and give us an interview. I definitely feel honored. I've saved your praises since I've stumbled across your artwork. And we think you're like really cool, man. And we're going to stick with you, and we wish you.
I think our connection is more evidence of, what I'm trying to do. The fact that we're talking and that we're connected now is just one more example of how this whole thing can work.
Right.
And
exactly.
That's my intention.
Ours too. Well, thank you. We appreciate the time that you've given us. Great interview. I think it went well. What you think?
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, so we'll talk to you next time. Like I said, this is Andrew J. Katz. Y'all can find him on Twitter at AJ. Got that? AJ. Well, you tell him your info, because I know you got your Snapchat and all that.
On Twitter and Instagram. I'm only on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm not on Snapchat, but it's AJ KATZART. That's on Instagram and on Twitter. So AJ Katz Art. Katz is KATZ. And I'm there and I'm constantly posting. I only post things that are, positive. I try to keep it positive. I try to keep it about art and music in particular hip hop. And I hope I meet a lot of new people. I hope I see a lot of new people come through, because that's, like I've been saying, that's my goal, is to connect. So thanks for the opportunity.